Hi, I'm Belinda Carley, the Director of the Institute of Personal Care Science, and today I'm going to talk to you about lecithins in personal care. Now, lecithins are commonly not that well understood, and as a result they don't get used in many cases where they'd be a great addition to a formula. One of the first things about a lecithin that I need to explain to you is they're different. They're different to other emulsifiers. They are based on phospholipids, so they're great in liposomes. They are emulsifiers when processed correctly, and I will get to that and show you in this video. But they also have this incredible feeling on the skin and the lips. They are biomimetic, which means they arrange in a lamellar network, so they have a fantastic skin feel when applied to the skin. They have a fantastic cushiony feel, which is lovely in skincare products, but even better in lip products. Now, lecithins don't follow your normal HLB rules. For example, your standard lecithin would have a HLB of around 3 to 5. But it can still stabilize oil and water emulsions because of the lamellar network it forms. You do need to process them correctly. And I've tested out 4 different types of lecithin for you so you can get making with lecithin in your formulas. Let me show you the products I've worked with and how to process them correctly to get the best results. Now, these are the different lecithins that I had a look at as part of this video. I have here Emultec 100 by Lucas Meyer. This is a straight lecithin. I have Emultec 320. This is a hydrogenated lecithin, again from Lucas Meyer. I have Lecinol S10 from Nicole. This is another hydrogenated lecithin. And then I have Emultop Velva IP from Cargill. This is again another lecithin. Now, the actual products that I made were very basic emulsions, stabilizing 10% caprylic caprylic triglycerides using 2% of each of these materials. And you can contact me for full details of these formulas and the suppliers. We're happy to provide this for free. Now, this is an example of the products made here. As you can see, they are a milky serum type consistency. So one of the advantages of using lecithin as your emulsifier is that you can get very low viscosity products. Great in serum formulas, great if you're making moisturizing milks. But if you could feel these products, when they make feel-o-vision, you'll be able to tell for yourself. But right now, you'll just have to take my word for it. The feel of these products is incredible. It is this beautiful, silky, cushiony. It is not tacky. It is not greasy. It is just an incredibly smooth feeling on the skin. Here is an example of the product here, and it just absorbs straight into the skin, just like that. And it's a beautiful serum consistency. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, okay, Belinda, but how stable are these? Well, I freeze thaw tested them over 6 cycles. That's really tough testing on emulsion stability. They're all perfectly stable. That's after 6 cycles of freeze thaw. That means that we could expect 3-year shelf life from using these materials. Now, of course, if you wanted to make more cream-like formulas, you can add some emulsifying waxes into these products to build up the viscosity and have beautiful cushiony creams. But what I'm trying to demonstrate here is just 2% of these materials is plenty to stabilize 10% of oil phase materials and give you a beautiful cushiony product in a serum consistency using just the lecithins as the sole emulsifying material. Now, I mentioned earlier that the way you process lecithins is really important to achieve this sort of stability. So let me show you how to process them correctly. Now, first I have just my gelled water phase here. I'm using a high quality xanthan gum, the Keltrol CGT. Now, I'm using that so that I don't have any sort of tack or after skin feel from using the xanthan gum, but good emulsion technology would mean that I should always have a gum or polymer present. So I'm using that. It's a natural material, has absolutely no tacky after feel. Now, over here I have my caprylic caprylic triglycerides, and to this I am adding 2% of the Emultop Velvet IP. Now it's really important that to process the lecithins correctly, you need to make sure that both phases are heated and you emulsify with heat for at least a few minutes under high shear, and that way you form the best lamellar network. You get the best stability out of these materials. So I'm heating up the oil phase and the water phase first, and then I'm going to homogenize high shear for a few minutes while heating to get that excellent lamellar network. And there we have our beautifully stable emulsion using just the lecithin to stabilize that oil phase. Now the final stages for this is we just wait for it to cool below 40 degrees, and then we would add our preservative, antioxidant, and check and adjust that final pH. And there we have our finished emulsion. Now you leave that to cool overnight and then ready to pack it off the next day. And in this case, this particular material has given us a beautiful gold color, but of course other grades can give you beautiful white serums if that's what you want to achieve too. Well, there you go. That's how to use lecithins in your formulas. Now, if you were making a lipstick or a lip balm, you would simply use around 2% of the material to get a cushiony effect. You don't need to worry about homogenizing. You only need to do that to get the emulsifying benefits out of these materials. So in anhydrous formulas like lipsticks and lip glosses, you don't need to homogenize. You simply mix the lecithin in with the oil phase, and there it will be, making a beautiful feeling for the lips. Again, in finished products, these are oil in water emulsions, perfectly stable regardless of their HLB values, with a beautiful cushiony feel on the skin on application. Make sure you contact the suppliers for samples of these materials. There's other lecithins out there which may or may not give you the same results. The type of lecithin will alter the result. So make sure you get some samples in and try them. Make sure you process them with heat and homogenization if you're trying to get the full emulsifying benefits out of the materials. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please leave any questions or comments below, and make sure you subscribe to receive notifications about all our videos. Happy formulating!